welcome to Snetterton here in Norfolk for rounds 9 and 10 of the British Formula 3 International Series. Now, this former military airfield is one of the fastest tracks in the country, and with the long straights it really opens the cars up and demands total commitment from the drivers. At just under 2 miles, this is the shortest circuit on the F3 calendar, but that won't make it any easier.
It's quite a simple circuit, I guess, to some we go to.
For the race, it'd be quite interesting because the straights are so long.
I generally enjoy it. It's quite fast and flowing, which suits my driving style.
It's only a few corners, but it's still a very challenging circuit, and I like it a lot.
The 2009 season looked like it was going to be a one-sided affair, but it's really come alive in the last few races and is far from predictable. And Hockenheim was no exception, with 2 races that really shook things up.
And they're off in Germany. Oh, that's trouble. That's the national class leaders. Christodoulou. Oh, Wayne Boyd.
For Walter Grubmuller, Hockenheim proved his most successful weekend since entering the competition. The Austrian driver claimed pole position and then went on to convert it into his first ever win in F3.
Real weight off my back because I've had to wait for it quite a while, but I've finally done it, so it feels excellent. I've finally got the Holy Grail, so yeah, finally got that behind me and I'm a bit more relaxed now.
For high-tech racing, Hockenheim also proved to be a great weekend. Not only did Walter win, but hot on his heels was teammate Renger van der Zande, making it the team's first ever 1-2 finish.
That was a fantastic achievement to come away with a 1-2. We were extremely pleased with the pole position anyway, but to race the way that we did and come away with those results was fantastic.
So, in the points, Walter Grubmuller has now jumped up to second place, just 15 points behind Daniel Ricciardo. For our championship leader, it has been a tough time. Having won 3 out of the first 4 races, everything was looking good for the Aussie Daniel Ricciardo, but since then he's failed to get on the podium and has seen the others eating into his points advantage.
I think the start of the season went perfect, I guess. To start the opening round in Alton Park and get 2 wins was probably better than we all expected. So I guess, we started off with real high expectations after this. And, I guess the other teams and other drivers, got more hungry from this and didn't want me running away with it. So I think they've all worked, really hard, and I have as well. But for whatever reason, they seem to be catching up. I'm confident we can get back there, just I hope sooner rather than later.
So it's Renger van der Zande who takes pole position for round 9 here at Snetterton, and lining up alongside him, taking his best qualifying position ever, is Henry Arundel. Here's Martin Haven.
Here's how they line up for round 9 in the Cooper Tires British Formula 3 International Series. Second pole of the season for Renger van der Zande, and the Mercedes engine in his high-tech car, Henry Arundel, with Volkswagen motivation on the outside of row 1. Carlin teammate Max Chilton lines up third, ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, the championship leader, 4th, and Walter Grubmuller, the Hockenheim winner, 5th. Vortex Ricky Christodoulou needs a slice of good luck from 6th place. Daisuke Nakajima is 7th for Double R, ahead of Adriano Bazide. The top Honda engine driver, Jay Bridger, 9th, ahead of national class pole sitter Daniel McKenzie in 10th. Ideal conditions for the loyal crowd here at Snetterton. A little bit of cloud cover means they're not going to get fried by the afternoon sunshine. Renger van der Zande and Henry Arundel on the front row from Max Chilton and Daniel Ricciardo, ready to get race 9 of the series underway. The revs rise, they ease the clutches up to biting point on the brakes. Red lights are on. It's a long hold and away they go at last. Good start from the top 5 men. Slow away though for Ricky Christodoulou, and it looked as though van der Zande has the lead. He does. Arundel in 2nd place, Ricciardo into 3rd. Oh my goodness! And Wayne Boyd spins through the middle of the pack. They all avoid him. How lucky is that? Gets it fired and away he goes as the leaders are onto the Revit straight. Drifting out wide, Adriano Bazide. Oh, in contact behind, Max Snegarev goes around. Scattering cars left, right and centre, but again, no damage done. So Van der Zande leads Arundel and Ricciardo into the S's. Battles all the way down the order. Let's have a look again as Wayne Boyd comes into the middle of the pack, clips Daisuke Nakajima and spins off. That's 3 first corner shunts for him in the last 3 races. Not a great batting average, Wayne. Renger van der Zande leads, ramping over the curbs ahead of Henry Arundel. Arundel right at the sharp end of this grid. Third place championship leader Daniel Ricciardo. Walter Grummler in 4th. Our national class leader, Danny McKenzie, is in 8th position at the moment. So very well up in qualifying, and he's put up 2 places in the start as well. Whereas Max Chilton has gone from 3rd down to 6th place. He had a dreadful first corner, and Nakajima after that touch as well has been dropped right down the order. So Daniel Ricciardo, is he going to stay with the race leader and the 2nd place man Henry Arundel? Van der Zande is trying to break away. Arundel in his slipstream. They all snake along, following each other line astern like Tour de France riders, trying to make sure their car does as little work as possible penetrating the air down that straight. It's exactly what you need to be doing, and Ricciardo latched now firmly onto Henry Arundel's tail. He's just a little over half a second behind. Arundel, the Carlin Motorsport team, watching as their man in the Red Bull car challenges. Jumps the curbs. Let's see if he's got a good run here on Arundel. Looks as though Van der Zande is getting away. Walter Grummler in 4th place. Winner in Hockenheim, looking very strong again here on this high-speed circuit at Snetterton. Very different layout to the circuit, but equally it's very quick here. Snetterton, one of the quickest in the championship. Oh my goodness, that's Adriano Bezzide, I think, going flying off through the dirt there. On board with Ricky Christodoulou. Chasing the lead group now, down the Revit straight, heading up towards the S's. Choose the left or the right. He'll be on the right as he's closing up on this group but not trying to overtake. Right in front of him, Walter Grummler. And Grummler now giving some serious aggravation to the Red Bull car in front of Daniel Ricciardo, our championship leader. Don't forget, Grummler, his closest rival, as Victor Garcia battles with Adriano Bezzide under braking. Bezzide looks inside. Into the bomb hole, yes! Oh, well, Garcia couldn't hold his nerve there. Further back, Wayne Boyd all over Stefan Richelme, the Monaco driver, with Boyd recovering after that first corner spin. And although he's got a bit of a flapping front nose wing corner, Boyd's car looks to be handling well. Here is Philip Major, the Canadian, returning to British Formula 3. Blue car, Carlos Cuetas right behind him. Behind them, Richelme and Boyd. And the light speed of Victor Correa. 2 light speeds here this weekend, incidentally, with Aaron Steele up from Formula Palmer Audi in the 2nd one. Boyd goes inside Richelme. There's not much questioning that move, was there, for Richelme? He just had to let him go. He had the pace. Arundel still in 2nd place, not able to hang on to our race leader. There is Van der Zande in front as we exit the S's through the bomb hole. Nice line right up by the curb, so he's using all the road and looking pretty comfortable here as well. Henry Arundel on target for his best race result of the season. Down into the Russell chicane, bouncing across the curbs. Behind him is our championship leader. There's Cuetas still closing in on Philip Major. Howell Lloyd in front of them. Lloyd and Major both raced last year. Oh, and Cuetas goes off, makes a complete pig's ear of it into the S's. Let's have a look. Watch the car in the background. Gets sideways, off the brakes, tries to recover, going too quickly at the 2nd apex, and, well, spins around the other way, backs it up into the tyres. Daisuke Nakajima on the inside, defending hard against Adriano Bezzide. Bezzide in real Formula Ford mode here this weekend, darting and diving all over the road. A little bit too much perhaps for his own good, but here he is right up behind Nakajima, who's already had a touch from his teammate Wayne Boyd. Nearly got one there as well from Bezzide. He's got a tiny little run going. He's trying to get the overlap, but Nakajima on the inside, oh, and dives right back again. Bezzide all over the place, covering a little bit too much ground there, I fancy, but in the end the result is good. Nakajima gives the place away. Now then, Henry Arundel has got to avoid doing anything like that. Keep his concentration, avoid looking at the car behind, running up against the pit wall, and he's stuck in gear. Engine's just sitting on the limiter. He was wrestling with the gear leader, trying to get another one. Daniel Ricciardo goes through for second. Here comes Grubmuller for third. No. Arundel turns in front of him. Well, it's going down the gearbox. The Carlin team heard that as well, and Henry must be bellowing on the radio to them. A mistake for Grubmuller, nearly ran into the back of Arundel, and that's given Henry a real breathing space. Look at the gap now. Still won't change up. Goodness me, he's really struggling there. Couldn't get top. Let's hear again. Up by the pit wall. See his hand on the right, keeps pulling at the lever, and it's not going up another gear. Straight by goes Daniel Ricciardo. Now he gets fourth gear. Renger van der Zande, already a race winner at Silverstone, now on his way to race win number 2 of the season. Only Daniel Ricciardo has one more. Ooh, big lock-up. Don't do that on the last lap. You won't be very popular with Bruce Jenkins if you throw it away now. And van der Zande missed the opening 2 races of the season. There's his team boss, Bruce Jenkins, waiting for him to come into sight for the final time. But a couple of years ago, Alvaro Parent also missed the opening race weekend and went on to win the British Championship title. It's not beyond the bounds of possibility. So out of the bomb hole and into Coram Curve for the final time, looking absolutely confident and supremely in charge of this race. Renger van der Zande squirts it out of the final corner and comes to the line to claim race win number 2 of the season. Victory at Snetterton by a country mile, and another set of tyres completely trashed as he stops under the team. And a big margin of victory over Daniel Ricciardo, our national class winner. There in a red and white car, it's Daniel Mackenzie, the pole sitter. Confirmation of Mackenzie's win in the national class. Henry Arundel on the podium, frustrated with third. Daniel Ricciardo takes second, but our race winner, Renger van der Zande.
Yeah, it was good. Well, obviously we topped all the timesheets in all the sessions this weekend, even the quickest lap time. So it's quite clear it was quickest now, and I'm happy with that. It makes a lot of fun, you know. It's a lot of fun in the team. It's a lot of effort what they put in the car, and it's just making it better and better. So
the first tick off the box, wanted to get back up there and done that in race 1. Second is good. Still want to get on the top step, but we'll see. If it doesn't come today, we'll try and get back on the podium.
Yeah, it should have been second. I think I probably would have done it, but I thought I'd lost all gears at one point, but it turned out to be a gear select problem. So I just had to go up a gear and then reposition the gear stick as well. So it took me a lap to figure out exactly what the problem was and then drive around it. And it's lucky really because it could have cost me more than that.
Yeah, I don't think it could have gone a huge amount better. The starts are everything. You've got to get a good clean start and follow the rest of the guys that are slightly quicker than you. If you can do that, you can just go into the distance. So for me, fantastic race.
So congratulations to Renger van der Zande and to Daniel Ricciardo, our current championship leader, alongside him. So round 10 after the break. So it's a high-tech lockout at the front with Walter Grubmuller starting in second, and alongside him is his teammate Renger van der Zande. Now he's taking pole position. Can he make it 2 out of 2, or will his teammate have something to say about that?
Here's how they line up for round 10 of the Cooper Tires British Formula 3 International Series. The all high-tech Mercedes front row with Renger van der Zande on pole. His third of the year ahead of Walter Grubmuller, his teammate. Ricky Christodoulou looked strong in qualifying third ahead of top Carlin driver Max Chilton. Points leader Daniel Ricciardo is in 5th place ahead of the T-Sport twins, Adriano Buzide and Wayne Boyd 6th and 7th, with Victor Garcia 8th in the Fortec car. 9th and 10th, Daisuke Nakajima and Jay Bridger, and our national class pole sitter Daniel Mackenzie lines up in 13th. busy crowd in this wonderfully sunny weekend at Snetterton, halfway through the British Formula 3 Championship. Renger van der Zande on pole from teammate Walter Grubmuller. Time for a high-tech 1-2. Well, I'm not sure I'd bet against it. Ricky Christodoulou in third place from Max Chilton. Long wait for the lights, revs away, and very slow start from van der Zande. Looked like he almost lost the engine, and that's going to put the pole man in all sorts of trouble. Grubmuller on the right, but on the left, van der Zande, and coming down on the grass, Ricciardo goes through. He's third, van der Zande is fourth, so second. Red and white, that's Ricky Christodoulou as another T-Sport car kicks up the dust. We're with Henry Arundel right behind that battle. He's got Victor Garcia in front of him. Arundel a lot further down the grid than he was in race one. He'll be disappointed getting stuck behind the Spaniard. Let's see if he can make a move on the inside. He's got a run going. The Spaniard tries to cover. Grubmuller leads from Christodoulou. All the yellow car on the outside. That is Boyd on the far side of the track, defending hard against Chilton, and Arundel just goes through. Garcia on the curbs on the exit, and through as well goes Gabriel Diaz. No, that's Jay Bridger. Diaz lined up behind him, so Garcia in all sorts of trouble, tries to fight back in the red and white car. There is Gabriel Diaz, the national class race leader, but not pole sitter here. Now then, Walter Grubmuller in front. Grubmuller fresh off winning in race 2, and Hockenheim his first ever British F3 win, so he's chock full of confidence. Then Christodoulou ahead of Ricciardo and van der Zande, and a very racy side as Philip Major comes in with a damaged rear wing. Minor major damage, I think. Let's have a look how it happened. Okay, it's at Sia. Look to the extreme left. Where does he come in? Oh, there. And that was Stefan Richelme heading off to the Sunday market at unabated speed, going through Major as a result. And new rear wing required there from the Carlin Motorsport boys. Race leader bounces over the curbs, and he's got close company on board with Ricky Christodoulou. There is Walter Grubmuller, and that bouncing over the curbs has left Grubmuller slow. Christodoulou's going which way? Left. No, right. Sold the dummy. He's down the inside. Grubmuller will make him work for it, but the move was made. Ricky Christodoulou leads from Walter Grubmuller, and right behind now, Daniel Ricciardo. Van der Zande still defending. Oh, goodness me, Grubmuller nearly hit him. Ricky drifts out wide, Walter in second, Ricciardo in third. Fourth place, right behind him, is van der Zande. Van der Zande putting in a move for third. He's down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo. Grubmuller sits right in front of him, and Ricciardo's going around the outside of Grubmuller. So instead of losing one, he makes one up to second. Great racing by Daniel Ricciardo. Walter Grubmuller all at 6s and 7s there. So Grubmuller's gone from first to third in half a lap, and he's got his teammate Renger van der Zande right behind him as well. There'll be no team orders there. Van der Zande will pass him just as quickly as the other two have done if he can get a chance. Now, time for Grubmuller to settle down very quickly, collect his wits, and chase Daniel Ricciardo, ignore his own teammate. On board with Christodoulou again, and this is a critical moment. Sells the dummy and goes down the inside. Well, Grubmuller had to cover the outside line, but he lost the place anyway. Christodoulou leads then further back. Chilton again trying to pass Boyd for 6th place, and again coming up short. This is like a Formula Ford race between those guys. Wayne Board, last year's Formula Ford champion, defending in similar style to the way that his teammate Adriano Buzaid is attacking like a Formula Ford racer. Trevor Carlin calling Philip Major back out to continue his race now. That's queasy. Now the car's all fixed. Meanwhile, van der Zande again under pressure for 4th place. Buzaid forced to go outside. He doesn't mind. He'll go outside, inside. Hopefully not over the top, though. He'll try anything he can. Adriano Buzaid looking very racy this weekend. It's one of his best showings of the season so far in terms of outright aggression. Van der Zande really on his metal here, winner of race 1 and having to defend very hard after blowing the start. Christodoulou though starting to stroke away from Ricciardo. Grubmuller, van der Zande, and there Buzaid. 6th place still Wayne Boyd from Max Chilton. Some really good racing going on here between these drivers in race 2. Not much position changing, but they are at it hammer and tongs. And there is our 2007 national class champion, Sergio Perez, back with the T-Sport team with which he won the title, and with which this man, Gabriel Diaz, now races in 2009. And In fact, they won the year before Perez as well, 2006, with Rodolfo Gonzalez. So plenty of heritage in that national class. There is Max Chilton in his third year of British F3, still to win. 3 poles already this season. Must be frustrating for him to see the likes of Grubmuller and possibly Christodoulou winning here their first race. There is Rodolfo Gonzalez. All the old T-Sport champions come back onto the same pit wall. So no pressure then for Gabriel Diaz, in with a championship winning team. If you don't do it, it looks like it's your fault. Last lap for Ricky Christodoulou as he goes down the back straight past Philip Major. Ricardo and Grubmuller still battling for second, leaving him out clear. And this could be the 6th different winner of the season. Ricardo's taken 3, Van der Zande 2. Nick Tandy and Marcus Ericsson and Walter Grubmuller all have 1 apiece. Tandy now gone off to race in Europe with a new sponsor, and Marcus Ericsson racing in Japan once more. And so this race weekend is going to have a big effect on the championship table. But for Ricky Christodoulou, gently onto the brakes, gently over the curbs for the final time. The checkered flag waits. Is going to be Formula 3 race win number 1 here at Snetterton. Fantastic effort from Ricky Christodoulou. He wins and becomes our 6th different winner of the season. And in the national class, Gabriel Diaz holds the lead from start to finish. And that stops the run of successes for Daniel Mackenzie. Maybe the former champions are helping with their presence. Confirmation, Diaz back in top form at Snetterton. Walter Grubmuller took 3rd behind Daniel Ricciardo in their race-long battle. But Ricky Christodoulou, the first win is often the best.
Ricky, many congratulations. How does it feel to take your first F3 win?
I can't put it into words. It's unbelievable. After Rockingham, the mistake I made, I knew it was going to be hard to get another win, but to do it here is fantastic.
How did the lead come to you?
I told myself I was going to nail the start, and I did for a change, and managed to get Zander off the line, and then managed to get past Walter into turn 1 fairly easy. So then after that, I just got my head down and just tried to pull away.
You know, to come from 5th to 2nd, you know, as well as coming from 4th to 2nd in the first race was really good. You know, the key was the start as usual. Had to go on the grass a bit into turn 1 to get into 3rd, but managed to do that. And then on the second lap, went around the outside for 2nd. And yeah, it was a good race. You know, it didn't really have the pace of Ricky, but you know, we sort of hang in there and you know, got points, which is what we needed to do. So I'm really happy.
Gabriel, many congratulations. I'm sure you're happy to be on that top spot today.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here again, winning. After so many poles, I couldn't win, and now I started 2nd. I found a way to win it, so really glad with this. Let's see if we can keep it up for the next rounds.
Did it come to you at the start?
Yeah, the start was great, and it was pretty much everything for the win. So I hope I can keep starting like that and keep winning like that to the end of the year.
Diaz and Mackenzie trading wins in the national class means the status quo remains. But in the championship class, Renger van der Zande and Ricky Christodoulou, today's 2 winners, jump up to 3rd and 4th as Ricardo extends his advantage over Grubmuller.
So congratulations again to Renger van der Zande and to Ricky Christodoulou taking the wins here at Snetterton. But the championship rolls on, and next time we're at Donington Park. So join us there. Bye-bye.
Three courses to cover later today. The Morning Line crew are here for a preview next.